Hello and bonjour. Welcome to World on My Plate with me, Chef Harsh. Today, I'm gonna be taking you on a journey to France, the birthplace of modern cooking. And today we're gonna be making a simple yet extremely daunting recipe, and that is a classic vanilla souffle. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it. The first thing that we need to do is prepare our ramekins. So what I have here is a regular ceramic ramekin, and we're gonna brush some butter on the inside. Okay, now the important thing here, if you want your souffle to rise nicely in the oven, you need to have upward strokes along the edges. So our ramekins are nicely buttered now, and we're gonna add in some caster sugar to coat the inside edges of the ramekins. So we're using fine grained sugar here, and we're just gonna pour a little bit in. And now what we need to do is just rotate the ramekin so the sugar coats all of the inside edges. Okay, so once the insides are coated, we're just gonna shake out all the excess sugar. Okay, so now that we have our sugar in the ramekins, we're gonna set those aside. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna preheat our oven to 190 degrees. So our oven is preheating. Now the next thing we need to do is separate our eggs. So here I've got 4 large eggs, and we're gonna separate them into whites and yolks. Now the next thing we wanna do is add our caster sugar to our egg yolks. So I've got 45 grams of caster sugar. So now we're just gonna whisk our egg yolks and our sugar together until they're fully combined and they turn slightly pale. So our sugar and yolks are fully combined. Now the next thing we're gonna do is add 50 grams of plain flour. Now again, we're just gonna whisk this until it's fully combined, and then we're gonna add our hot milk. We're not gonna add all of it at once. We're gonna add about a third of it at a time, and keep on whisking. Now once it's fully combined, that's when we're gonna add the rest of the milk. Okay, so the milk is fully combined in with our yolks, our flour, and our sugar. Now we're gonna turn the heat up on this and keep stirring it until it becomes a nice thick mixture. Okay, our mixture is nice and thick, so we're gonna turn off the heat and put that aside. And now we're gonna get to work on our egg whites. And we are going to beat our eggs until they're nice and fluffy. Now at this stage, we're gonna add just a tiny pinch of salt, and we're gonna keep on whisking until we get some nice stiff peaks. Now we're gonna add in our caster sugar. It's 45 grams again, and we're gonna slowly trickle this into our egg whites while we are beating them. Now, as you can see, we've got some nice stiff peaks. It's a very nice glossy meringue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 1/3 of our egg whites into our egg yolk mixture. Now we're gonna gently fold the yolks and the whites together. We're not gonna use the whisk anymore because it's going to break things up too much. So we just wanna gently incorporate this until it's nicely mixed together. So now we're gonna transfer this mixture back into our egg whites, and we're gonna mix it all together. Now again, we're just gonna gently fold this together until it's nicely combined. And then we're gonna add in our vanilla essence. Now again, we're just gonna combine this very gently, get all the vanilla mixed very, very nicely through our mixture. And all that's left after that is to transfer it to our molds and bake it in the oven. Our souffle mixture is absolutely ready. And now we're gonna spoon it into our ramekins and fill them up about 3/4 of the way up. Now just tap it gently to make sure it's all leveled out. And finally, run your finger across the top just to clean it out. And this is gonna make sure that your souffle rises very nicely. Our 2 ramekins are perfectly ready for the oven now. And all we're gonna do is pop them in and bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes. So here you have it, guys, our perfectly risen soufflés. Now we're just gonna top this with some icing sugar and we're gonna dig right in. So here you have it, guys, France on my plate. I know this can seem a little daunting and complex, but I guarantee you if you just follow the recipe and make sure that your measurements are accurate, you will get a perfectly risen soufflé. But I have to tell you, make sure that you eat it right when it comes out of the oven or it will start to sink right away. For more recipes like this, make sure to like and follow Times Now Foodie on Facebook and Instagram. And please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.